What up YouTube, Knives and Gear Insights with another short review of a knife that I recently got sent to me from one of my channel subscribers, which his name is Fred DeLug. He sent me a package with like 6 knives total, and we got the Benchmade Bugout, the most known Benchmade out there. It's actually the first time for me personally holding a Bugout in my hands. And actually looking at it, because that I looked at the knife just on photos. I actually never held this in my hands, but just on photos and everything. And when I saw the price, I was like, no way. It's just way too expensive for what it is. And back then I was in between the decision buying this or buying a Hogue Deca, and I went with a Deca. They're very similar, but the Deca is a Magna Cut knife, and this is just S30V, and it's just way overpriced, in my opinion, what it is. Don't get me wrong, it's a good knife. It's a solid knife, a little flexible here on the FRN. In my opinion, maybe a little bit too flexible, but their lock works solid. The blade steel, S30V is established blade steel. Yes, definitely not Magna Cut, but it's still a solid blade steel. But yeah, that's what it is. It's a basic knife. It's a basic, what you would call it, basic premium knife. A very basic premium knife. It has elements of a premium knife or a elevated basic knife, but it has a lot of elements of a basic knife too. So in my opinion, it is way overpriced. It's a good knife. Like I said, don't get me wrong, the Bugouts are good knives. They have tons of options on these to mod them. Like you can get titanium scales. You can all go wild with anodized screws, anodized titanium scales, or carbon fiber, or whatever. You can get different pocket clips up to Damascus, whatever. You can get thumb studs in Damascus, and all kinds of crazy things. But it's just, you have to put so much money into it to make it a nice knife. It's just not, I don't know, it's just not for me. I can't recommend it, as how much it is. If this was $100, maybe $120, I would say, yeah, I could recommend it. And I can see putting another 120, 150 in it to make it a really nice knife. But that being almost $200, like $180 or whatever they cost in this basic configuration, or like after tax you run close to $200, and then you end up with $350 putting into this to make this a nice knife. For $350, I can get way nicer knives with premium steel. But yeah, it's I think what speaks for this knife is if you get it, if you're into light carry, like if you write like really light knives, this might be for you, because this is like, I think it's like 2.25 ounces or so, or somewhere around a little bit over 2 ounces. It's not heavy, it's very light. Let's do some size comparisons here real quick. So against the We Knives Equivoc and the Kaiser, what is it called? Kaiser Hawk. So just in relation, $180 basic version. You can get the Hawk with S35 VN, titanium scales, titanium pocket clip in plain titanium with copper accents for $169. This here, the DLC version, for $209. Literally. I mean, yes, USA produced, manufactured, China produced. Still, I'd pick that over this any day. Just saying. Then here we got the Tenable Fenrir and the CVV Hyperpulse. To be honest, this is a 14C28N steel, or Nitro V. I can't remember what they put on this one here. I think it's 14C. This feels more premium than this. Just you know, and this is a $65 knife. Another thing here, Migron Mayarl, $69, I believe. 14C28N steel. Here's the tenable, not tenable, sorry, the NAF Slander 1. But just in comparison here, you get G10 scales, you get a solid knife, milled titanium pocket clip, better looking knife too. Yes, heavier, but I don't know. And you get a liner lock instead of the Axis lock. I mean, don't get me wrong, Axis locks are good locks, but I think the Bugout has also a really, really bad Axis lock actually, which is a pain to reassemble when you take it apart. I've seen many complaints about that too. Yeah, so why is Benchmade asking so much for this? Let's do overall length on this knife. So this knife comes in at right around close to 7.5 inches. You got a blade length of 3 1/4, and you got a cutting edge of 3 1/8. So I understand probably even if my channel gets bigger, probably Benchmade will never send me anything the way I talk about this Bugout. But yeah, I'm sorry, but that's just how I feel, and I know a lot of people feel about this the same way. Where are we at? Oh yeah, weight on the Bugout. Like I said, this is the basic version. So the weight on the Bugout, under 2 ounces actually, 1.84 ounces. So this is even lighter than the TRM Neutron 2 that I just recently got. That's going into, or that just went for a giveaway, and that was at 2.25 ounces. So this is lighter than this. Also USA manufactured, but you get 20 CB steel, you get micarta handles, and a much more solid knife, in my opinion. A little bit smaller, but definitely a much more solid knife for just a few dollars more. Well, not a few dollars, it's about $40 more, but still. I think Benchmade puts a lot of their weight into their name, and a lot of and about their trustee followers, I'd say. But yeah, I mean, by all means, if you like Benchmade, if you like a Bugout, I'm not saying don't pick it up. It's a good knife. It's not a bad knife. I'm just saying it's way overpriced. That's the only thing. I feel like it's so heavily overpriced that I mean, just in relation, if you go to Walmart, you buy this Ozark Trail Bugout looking knife, that's $10. You can buy 18 of that for this. And I guarantee you that 18 probably might outlive this, and you'll never have to sharpen your whole life. I don't know. I mean, depends on how much you use a knife. But yeah, I'm just saying, I just can't recommend this. There's no way I can recommend this for the price. I can recommend the knife because it's not a bad knife, but I cannot recommend you to buy it for the price. It's just too much. And that's pretty much it for me today. I will link this in the description. If you're still willing to pick it up, if you're still willing to pay this, that's on you. And if you like my content, please comment, like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you.